The next step to enter the threshold is writing. Obviously, having finished learning reading or having got into the habit of reading, the next step you have to do is, which is more difficult, which really have to put in hard work to learn, is the skill of writing. Start writing, put it on paper. Like I said in one of my earlier episodes, without writing, no film can be made. But fortunately or unfortunately, in our country, in our context, we do not have many writers to write stories for you. If you want to tell a story, it is you who have to write. So learn the skills of writing, start. Then how to put, when you want to write a story, write the story first in one sentence. What is, like Cameron said, imagine Romeo and Juliet in Titanic ship. One sentence was good enough for him to get the project, mega project. Like that, you have to learn to write the core. That's called core. The moment you learn how to write the core, then you are very, very clear about the script, the storytelling, the length of the film, everything. Then start writing. Because writing is such a great, great work. When you start writing, you learn many new things. Really, I'm not telling you, I'm not telling this to surprise you. Really, when you start writing, you learn many things. Because writing, in essence, is a discipline. When you sit with your friend in a tea shop, or when you meet a friend on the mall, when you meet someone in the park, you go on blabbering, you can talk everything. If someone whatever you are discussing, records it and transcripts it on a paper, you will wonder how much you blabbered. 60-70% are nonsense you have blabbered. You have to edit that out. But you can't do that when you write. Because writing by nature is a discipline. When the thinking, through the process of thinking, and when you come down to your paper, when you put it, you do all that processing. You put only the essence. That's why they say writing is such a wonderful discipline through which you learn that you do not know many things which you thought you knew before. That is so. Did you understand what I say? For example, you might be thinking you are very good in that subject. You might be thorough on that subject to write for many pages, or to talk about hours, or to make a 2-hour-long film. Okay, start writing. Then you will wonder, you will not move after second or the third page. You will be stuck. Because it's a discipline. Then, oh God, I thought I knew everything. I'm not able to go further beyond the third page. Then you have to take a break. You have to read something related to the subject. Take a break, come back. Then you write another 2 pages. Take a break, you come back. Then it takes for someone weeks, months, years, or lifetime to complete. But in filmmaking, you can't take your own time. Nobody is going to give you a lifetime to write a script. If all the time you have to finish your writing within stipulated time, within the time given to you, for that you have to start practicing the art of writing, in any language for that matter. Then whatever you have written it, discuss it with your friends. Once you discuss that with your friends, then you will find out, then it's called the rewriting. Okay, I'm not going into the script now. Just first step, learn, write a story. First write a story in 1 paragraph, then a page, or then maximum 5 pages. That's good enough. We will not worry about scripting now at this stage. Okay, now you finished writing. Now what you have to do? Now all you have to do is Okay, you said these are the 4 steps, 5 steps. Okay, I finished all. Now can I cross the threshold? No, man, wait. You need to learn one more thing. To cross the threshold is, you have to discuss with many people whatever the idea you have written, done. Apart from discussing, you have to travel a lot. Whatever chance you are given, whatever the limitations you have, whatever the parameters that binds you, you travel. Whenever you get a little chance to travel, you travel. So when you travel, what happens is you observe new things. Or sometimes you have to make a special travel, specific travel related to your subject. So you want to write a story about the migrant laborers who work in Chennai city. These migrant laborers are from Northeast, Bihar, Bengal, or from all these places there's migrant, Nepal. When you go to a mall, you see so many Northeastern boys and girls work with fair skin, bright looking, but by their look you don't understand their life, understand their stories. They work for very low salaries. Lots of people work for, even today, from 6,000 rupees to 10,000 rupees. Do you think in a city like Chennai someone can survive with a family in 6,000 rupees to 10,000? To get a house for rent, you have to spend more than that at times. Or you have to live in a dungeon hole, maybe horrible life it would be. Your film is on that, your story is on that. Then you wonder why these people come this far to earn such a little money. Same way many of us go to Arab countries, other neighboring countries for a very small amount, petty amount to earn that, doing menial jobs. Why do that? Then to understand that, to bring those things into your story, sometimes you have to travel to those places. You may have to go to the Northeast, find out what is the life condition there, how do they live, why such a poverty exists there, why they come this far to escape that poverty, how much money they send back, for all these things. Not only questioning or asking them, you have to travel sometimes. There you get, looking at the lifestyle, you understand, my God, they have nothing else to do there. They just starve or whatever, depending on the harvest, if at all they have a land. Otherwise, how do they survive? So someone goes away, brings in some money. The others in the village notice that. Then they send someone from their family. Like that it happens. Then there are new professions starts. Brokers, agents. The whole industry starts. If you have to bring all these things, you have to learn writing. There was a beautiful Filipino film called Metro Manila. It's about a young couple who come to the Manila city to escape the poverty. What happens to them? It's the first time they face such a big city. The same film, officially remade in Hindi, is called City Lights. I'm not talking about the Chaplin City Lights. It's a new Hindi film. You watch that film, directed by Hansal Mehta. You learn how a young couple who come from Bihar land up in Mumbai, how do they survive. You find an interesting story. Not only interesting story, you also learn about the living conditions of many such real couples. This kind of stories you cannot just like that you can write it. You have to go travel. What kind of a place they stay. When they come to Mumbai, where they stay. What are the tensions they go through in the relationship. What are the compromises they have to do, including the moral dilemma. Many things you learn. So guys, learn writing. It's a wonderful discipline. If you don't want to learn writing, if you are not interested in writing, please forget that you want to become a filmmaker. There is no room, space for anyone who is not interested in writing to become a filmmaker. Do you understand now why you have to learn writing? To cross the threshold.